when even our third year student, when we ask our third year student, do you know C program? They say, sir, we don't know, sir, because we learned only theory part of C program. Because seriously they are focusing only for the mark. When they some students are there, they say like we don't want programs, we don't want to learn any program language. For such a student, better to try for a testing type of job. And past 18 year, I'm seeing so many students got job after M.Tech and MS. That was a top job in top companies.
Hello, everyone. Today's podcast is about placement preparation for engineering students. Very important topic for all the engineering students. So, today we have the guest, Professor Mohan K, who has completed B.E and M.Tech from VTU University. He has 5 years of experience in IT industry as Java and Scala developer. He has 13 years of experience in teaching. Currently, he is under the research under VTU University. His areas of interest and expertise includes cloud computing and computer network technology. So, welcome you, sir. I am very proud to have you in my podcast. So, how are you, sir?
I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, I'm also good. Every engineering student, there is only one headache, that is placement. So how they have to prepare from where they have to prepare, how they have to prepare, and what skills they have to focus in every year.
Yeah, I can guide to all our engineering students. Actually, placement is actually not to start from the final year. It should start from the first year itself to build the fundamentals. Every students, like in computer science and any computer science allied branches, they have to focus more on the programming language, like how they can build the fundamentals using some skills like C program or Java programs or Python program. Like there are so many programs are there. The basic program must be C. If they know C properly, they can do any other programming language. They can work on any of the languages. That's the reason. First and most important one is programming basics. That is C programming, compulsory for first year students. They must have this skill. And next one is, they came from the second year PUC, and there only they learned some logical thinking and problem solving and all, like mathematical problem solving and all. And that is the second most important they have to learn in their first year. When they come to the engineering only, they have to start. These are all the skills. And some of basic mathematical formula, like calculations and data structure concept. The in the VTU we don't have data structure concept in the first year, but in some of the data structure concept like a declarations of array or strings, these concepts also come in the first year. Better to focus on that data structure concept in the first year. Applying the data structures for some applications, writing the small program on the string concept or array concept. They will definitely build their skills, and that is very important. And even in VTU and other university also, they have one of the syllabus called communication skill, and like English, that is that made compulsory in many of the universities, because students don't have the communication skill. They don't know to talk with the people. Like they blindly talk whatever it's there in their mind. They just talk, but they don't know how to talk in front of the interviewer, and proper communication is not there. That's the reason it's better to have the good communication skill from the beginning itself. And these are all the things, as a first year student, they don't know at all. We are seeing I saw in many colleges, and no one knows, okay, this is very important for facing the interviews, because when they go for third round, fourth round in the interview, they fail in here. Why they fail in the interview? Because there is no communication skill that has to be built from the first year itself. What you can what student can do in first year, they have to focus. These are all the things. And better to learn one programming language deeply. I mentioned like a C or Java or Python. Instead of going to the multiple programming language, they can concentrate on single programming language, like a C program. Take a basic language is C program. Now there are so many type of example are there in the internet. Nowadays we have the AI like Chat GPT, Gemini, and all. We'll get so many program there. They can focus on that, the single language. And next one is there are so many websites and books like Agarwal book or websites are there which can use for practicing the what is that some basic problem solving questions. And there are so many questions are there which come for even not only for the engineering company, it also come for banking systems, or it also can be used for some other like a what we can say is CAT exam, those who are going for MBAs, and they can try for any exams. Okay, that is the one of the best things what student has to do in the first year, reading the aptitude questions from the Agarwal books, and they can practice very small course. Some of the students are asking, sir, from where we have to start the programming? Actually, they don't know like how to start the programming. But my suggestion is instead of starting from the just copying a program from the chat GPT and downloading there and executing without having any idea of the program, they can start the program from the hello world, understanding the structure of the program, how to write a C program. That is a very important thing. The basic thing is structure of the program they have to know. Then they can apply the logic on the program. That is what in first year they have to think about it. Next, they even in the first year itself, even teacher also and student also must know about Git or GitHubs, because once we done some project or something or some programming things, better to store it in the one what you can say storage or something like in versioning place, like a Git is the GitHub is the one versionings, and there we can store our work, because that will be public, anyone can see our work, and that is enough to showcase that we have done something in our first year or in our college life. Because many people are not doing, even our local college level we can see, they are not at all worried about Git or GitHub. So they just know what it is, but they are not storing anything in there. It's better to know what is this, because company people also nowadays they ask, do you have any project in the GitHub or GitLab like that? It's better to have that. That is what we have to focus in the first year. And very next one is it is like better to participate in coding. There is hackathon, some coding clubs or codathons and tech communities, and there are so many. Every month there is one or another coding. What is that? Uh, a workshop or a technical workshop, something is happening, one or another college. Now, better to go there and understand about the technologies or participating in the coding clubs and all. It's always better to have. I recommend the first year student actually uh, please log into the Hacker Rank or CodeChef and GitHub and Coursera, because this Hacker Rank, if you try from the beginning, because there are so many C programs are there in Hacker Rank, and they will get some coding practice. For beginner to get a coding practice, better to register to the Hacker Rank or Hacker Earth, do some small coding there. And CodeChef also they're using for beginner. There are so many contests happening in every month. I saw even last month also there was some coding contest, and the student can apply there, because there also they'll get some experience. And GitHub, that is anyhow, whatever they done, whatever project they done, or whatever work they done, maybe small program, maybe add to number program. If they done it in their own ways, they can definitely post into their GitHub accounts, or they can do some version control in the GitHub. And Coursera, anyhow, we know that that is for programming course. Many people ask, or that means many students are asking, sir, is there any platform to learn a course? I always say like there is a Coursera is there, Udemy is there, and there is a Infosys Springboard is there. Many are there. Anywhere you can go and try it, because internet is vast. What we don't want, that also there in the internet. That's the reason. Better to try some basic course in the Coursera. That is what the student can. What That's what I'm recommending. Some of the platform for the first year student, basically, because they will get some idea from this. And what is the target for that when they come to the second year, what they will get from this? What is the benefit after doing all these things? They'll get some of the benefit, like they'll be very comfortable in at least one programming language, because if they learn C programming and finally they when even in the our third year student, when we ask our third year student, do you know C program? They say, sir, we don't know, sir, because we learned only theory part of C program. Because seriously they are focusing only for the mark. When they That's the reason. If they focus more on the one language in the first year itself as a computer science student, they definitely at the end of the year they will be very comfortable with the one programming language, and they can develop something new in that language. And from this, at least they can, if they start from the first sem itself, they can complete or solve 100 plus programming, that is coding problems. They can complete it. And once they done this coding problems and all, they can develop a project themselves. They will get an idea themselves, and they can definitely upload that projects, one or two projects in the GitHub, and that will advantage. That will be advantage for them in the future days. That is what I'm more concentrated on first year actually, because if a first year student get these ideas, even teacher also, student also, if they give this many experience to the students, definitely our student will get a good job in future days. Because basic need is in first year itself. First year they have to concentrate on programming and aptitude, and some versioning control, technology like GitHub or GitLabs. That is what first year. And when they move to the second year, they'll be having some experience in the basic skill they have to learn in the second year, because we have the data structure subject in the second year. We have the algorithm subject in the second year in the fourth semester in VTU syllabus. And there is a now also, even olden days and all, we had object oriented concept in the sixth semester, but now VTU has included that subject in the second year itself, that is C++, Java and all. That is there in second year itself, and they can focus the basic skill they can learn in the second year itself, that is object oriented programming languages. And even nowadays we have basic web development in the second year, that they can focus in the second year, because it is not focusing in the final year. Some students say, sir, we learn in the sixth semester or seventh semester that HTML code and all. Not like that, because these are all the basic coding for web development. They can learn. It's very easy nowadays. CBSE and some other syllabus and all, we have it in sixth semester, sixth and seventh class only. That's the reason it's too late for second year. It's better to have all this concept in the first year itself. But anyhow, in the VTU syllabus and other syllabus, we have web programming development or web development in the second year. They can focus on that skill. And database, that is we can't forget that database, because if you do something, we have to store it in the database. Better to learn basic SQL queries. There are so many courses are there in the Coursera, even other platforms, or even free YouTube channels are there. Student can easily try SQL commands in the MySQL or PostgreSQL. There are many SQLs are there. They can try, and that is what student can focus on. These are all the different types of skills. The one of the skill like data structure, algorithm. They can try like OOP, like object oriented programming languages, and they can try some basic web development skills. And they can try database management, like creating the SQL queries, selecting, deleting, all these things. They can do it in the second year, because that we have to do it, because everyone are using database, everyone using data structures, everyone using object oriented concept nowadays, everyone need web development. Each and every project come with the web development. It is very must for second year students. If they focus on this, definitely what a student can do is they will learn arrays. If they learn arrays, then array is used in every concept. Wherever any program language you see, the array is there, because that only will manage the data. Now they can learn, if they learn a data structure, in that we learn stacks, we learn queues, we learn a linked list, we learn trees, graph. There are many concepts are there in the data structure. All these concepts we need to develop a projects. And if they know some web programming language, they can develop a web applications, very small web application like a hotel management web applications, or attendance management. For our college, we can create attendance management web applications. There are any applications we can develop using web programming languages. And it's better to contribute once we develop a programs, like once we develop a project or once we develop a web applications, we can definitely, what student can do is they can contribute to the some open source projects. There are so many open source projects are there. They can contribute what the innovative ideas they can contribute to the projects and they can participate in the hackathons. Once the student get a idea of how to develop a projects using this data structure, algorithm, web application, definitely they can participate in the hackathon, because every hackathon expect that only. Finally, they need to get a one good colorful result. To get a colorful result, we need web applications. And my sincere request to all second year students, those who come from first year to second year, better to start this one, like data structures or concepts and algorithm concept and web programming concept, to get a good knowledge for placement. And what are the recommended platform? Suppose if they need no all this experience, they can go to Lead Code. One of the best example, even our student also doing it. Some of the student completed 200 plus coding in Lead Code, and that is like they're eligible for placement if they complete at least 500 plus or 1000 plus. Definitely, company people directly take them, because the company will understand that they know everything in the coding. That's the reason we always request our student to complete minimum 200 plus code what is that problem solvings in Lead Code. And there are so many data structure programs are there, they can complete that. Algorithm programs are there, sorting, searching, they can complete it. And we can also try it in the Geeks for Geek. That is the one of best platform every students are using. If they don't know some concept, they directly go to Geeks for Geeks and they learn DSA explanations, like DSA problems. And Hacker Earth, that is the one more good platform. Our students also doing that, Hacker Earth. And that is the one there once in a month I found many of the companies are they're uh, they're conducting the first round of interview from the Hacker Earth. They're giving some coding, like coding contest is happening there. And those who are participating and getting into the, those who are getting the good point there, and that will they will be hired. Now that is what happening nowadays. Hacker Earth is the one of the good platform where student can learn codings and data structure and they can get a job, and that is one. And we also know that, suppose if a student doing some web applications or they're learning some machine learning algorithms and all, student can definitely get a data set from the Kaggle. It's better to know what is Kaggle and all, because many of the students are what they're doing is, when they come to the final year, they start to understand about what is Kaggle actually is. Okay, it is better to know at the beginning only what is the Kaggle and what are the data sets are there, what project we can do from this data set. Okay, that is what I request to the second year student to learn. These are all the things. These are all the recommended platform for second year student. Uh, Definitely, they will get a very good experience for their future. They will do better because they will be having a good experience on this coding language, data structures, DBMS, GitHubs, all these things. And what we will get once we complete all these things, like in second year, data structure, algorithm, all these things. Finally, see, in second year, they can complete at least 100 plus programs, not in the Lead Code, and they can at least themselves complete the 100 plus programs, as I told previous. Now, when they come to the second year, right, they can complete at least 300 plus coding. Like every we can't complete the 300 plus coding in 1 year. It's something like from the first year only we have to start. Suddenly we can't complete like 1,000 coding. Now, when they start from the first year, when they come to second year, they can complete at least 300 plus coding problems. They can solve it. Now, second one is they can complete or they can build a 2 to 3 web development projects, like web projects. They can develop it, or they can develop as AI related projects. At least 2 to 3 projects, definitely they can develop it because they have experience on the programming. Now, basic of the like HTML, JavaScript, or CSS3, whatever web development and the programming we have, everything they'll get experience. That is what finally they will earn from the all this technical knowledge. That's what I like to say about second year, because in second year they will get all basic knowledge of programming. When they come, when they come to third year, that is very important actually. When they come to third year, they have to focus more, like more than what they study in second year, like advanced DSAs. Like not only studying data structure like a only trees or linked list, they have to try more on the data structures. Okay, there is advanced data structure they have to learn, and there are something like a even now we don't have that syllabus like a system design, some basic of system design technologies that is not there, but it's better to learn. And even in VTU, we have some core subject in VTU in fifth semester and sixth semester, but nowadays what happen is some of the subjects is moved to second year, like operating system subject is moved to second year and DBMS moved to second year, but actually that was there in the sixth semester, fifth and sixth semester in our time. And we used to learn all the basic of operating system because second year always very important to learn the coding, and third year we have to know about all the system level concept like system level designs, operating system how they done, how the kernel works, what changes we can do in the kernel, how we apply security on the kernel, and how database work, how DBMS work, how to apply the like procedures, how to apply the triggers. All these things we learn in the sixth semester, fifth and sixth semester, and even in the fifth and sixth semester, you no need to go for more coding. You can go for configurations. You can go for system level designs using the compute networks. Compute network is the one of the top subject, and some of the companies, no, when they do interviews, they ask the question from the compute network also. Example like Cisco, NetApps, these are some companies or Broker. These companies, they ask the question from the compute network subjects. Better to have the good experience and skill in the compute network subject. And in first year we learn C programming. Once you have good experience in the C programming, as I told, in second year we can try object-oriented programming like a C++. And in third year, when you come to third year, better to focus on the Java because maximum companies are using Java programming language, that is high level language, and it's very compatible, and it is independent. You can run it in anywhere, anytime you can run because of JVM specifications. Now, I request a third year student, it is better to focus more on the computer network subject and focus more on the Java programmings because all project nowadays, and there are so many latest programming languages are there, but still Java is there in all the maximum of the companies, not all, maximum of the companies we have Java programmings. That's the reason focus more on the Java programming. Next, there are some of the company I'm seeing in Google and some of the top companies website. They are providing the internship actually for fifth and sixth semester only. They are providing the internship, and better to focus more on the internship because they if once they get experience in the coding in first year and second year, they will go for like they can search some programming internship in Cisco, and I'm seeing Google and Microsoft at least once in a month, I think, or at least two three times in a year. They are releasing like we need an intern from this background, cloud platform or from the some programming platform. I'm giving this the link to the students always. Okay, there is some internships are there from here, or there is some internships from Microsoft. Many internships I saw in the Microsoft. Many internships are there in the Google Cloud platforms. Now, student can focus more on internship in the fifth and sixth semester because they'll get some idea how actually how they can apply the whatever they learn in the first year, second year, how they can apply in the company because people don't have experience in the company because how project work, how production work, how development work, the student don't know. And when they get internship, they'll get some experience in the company. Right now, my sincere request, like, dear student, please, apply for internship in the fifth and sixth semester. There are so many remote internships are there, like online internships are there. You can apply, and you will get some good experience before attending the actual placement or job, recruitment play, like what happening before going to that. You will get some experience how company actually work on the project, and now that is what my request, what they have to focus. And I did not discuss about this one. Actually, some are saying like we have to start building our resume from the beginning itself. I don't think like a building the resume in from the first year because without having the any knowledge of CS, without having the knowledge of programming, building the resume is not I don't think it is a good idea because first we have to showcase that what we have it. Then once we have something, then we can build it. Correct. Now that's the reason what I'm telling is you can build the resume from the third year onwards because we have some set of knowledge and we done some project that the projects are there in the GitHub or GitLab or Git repositories. Now we can write that that link also. We can mention like what are the project you done, how many work you done, everything can write it in your resume. Better to build your resume in the fifth or sixth semester. There are so many resume templates are there in the Google. Best resume template you can buy, or it will some of the resumes are free, some resumes are there they will charge 250 rupees and all. You can buy that resume template, you can modify into your own skills. Now that is my request to every third year students.
Yeah, they can also
Yeah.
build in latex as well, right? In the sense, some says the plagiarism is less in latex or something like that. Is it true or that?
Yeah, the plagiarism nowadays is a common because people don't like if we prepare ourselves also, the people think like that is from the Google or that is from the Chat GPT. That is not from your own. Now that's the reason every place nowadays plagiarism is there.
ATS friendly resume. How to build ATS friendly resume?
No, that that we have the template, right? That template itself, there are templates are there for that.
Okay,
That
okay.
we can buy from. That's what resumes are there, like templates are there that we can get from there. We can easily get from there. Yeah, that's what from third year onwards they have to start building the resume, focusing more on the technologies and like database or computer networks, operating system related, and they can focus on system designs. And these are all the basic skill what they can learn from the third year because we have the subject, such type of subject we have it in the third year. Now, what the student can do from this, because once they get experience in the industries, once they build the resume and what my suggestion is like some of the platform they can focus on for building the resumes or getting the internship or learning some of the core technologies or subject. They can go for interview bit. There is one the website is there. They call it as interview bit, and where they can learn some interview, like there are so many topics are there. From there they can prepare for interviews because still second year they are not preparing for interviews, they are learning the programming languages. But fifth semester onwards they have to focus on interviews. There are some tips are there and questions answers are there. You can focus from there, like interview bits. And there are some platform like LinkedIn, one of the everyone using, all students first year only they are registering nowadays, and that is the one good platform for networkings. And you can get more and more internship offer from there because there are so many companies are releasing the internship there, and you can at least see that what are the internships are there. You can apply from there LinkedIn only. And there is a code forces, the code forces like which they do some coding context there, code forces, maybe you heard about it, code forces. And there is coding contest is happening there every time. Student can focus on that. And Naukri, you know it, everyone know Naukri because for job offering and all we have to upload our resume there, we have to add our skills and all. And my request, some of the students are telling after applying for Naukri, there, this and all, we are not getting any mail or call. The reason behind this is what student doing is they just apply it, leave for 1 day or 2 day, and they are not touch on after that. And after 1 week, they say like, sir, we are not getting any offer from any mail from the Naukri. The reason behind this is every day we have to at least do some changes in the Naukri, or we have to update what actually they expect is what is the updation you done in your resume. Okay, if I done today something, tomorrow I have to add something else because we update every days. Just uploading the resume into the Naukri and sitting quiet is not a good idea. No one will call you. Okay, every day we have to update our the knowledge in the Naukris, and definitely you will get a mail and call from the good companies. That is what I can say about how to apply for a job. And finally, see, when they come to the third year, right? Previously, I told like there is a 300 plus company and 300 plus programming they can complete. But when they come to the fifth and sixth semester, at least they can complete 500 plus, programs. Like that many programs they can complete in the lead code. When they complete 500 plus, the interviewer or company people like them because that indicate that prove that you done something in the lead code, you done something in the hacker rank. Okay, that is your own code, you are not copying from anywhere. That is your own experience you are doing or applying on the lead code. And at least my request is some in class what happen is every time we are giving the one or another internship to, we are telling to the student like you do internship, and there are some internships are there here, internships there, like that. We are Cisco, they are giving internship, Microsoft giving internship, we always say to the students, but what the students are doing, they're not at all bothering. The students in the third year, once they complete all these skills like how to build resumes and focusing on the internship and doing the coding and all these things, what the student will get at the end of their third year is they can complete at least 500 plus or 700 number of what is that coding problems. They can solve that many problems, and at least one internship they will get when they try for multiple internship. At least one internship they will get in before the final year, before the third year, and they can at least do something in the company, like some work they can do it, they'll get experience in the companies. And finally, when they come to like sixth, seventh semester, at least they'll be having 3 to 4 project in their resume. Because when company people come to the college and when they see the resume, they also ask that how many project you done, and what students are doing, like what are the small copied projects are there, they just say like we only done this project, and they put in the resume like okay, this is our own project, but that projects are not there in the GitHub, and that is not in the repository. I used to tell this one to all students like whenever you do the projects in second year or third year, please do your own programming skills, use your own skills, and don't copy from the internet, because when you store or upload your project into the repositories, and there is a tool to find whether it is copied project or copied program. Okay, that's the reason better to get a skill from the first year, second year, and apply that skill on the project and have at least 3 to 4 projects before completing the third years. And once the third year completed, and they will be having now resume, they have the they will complete internship, and they have the some projects. Once all this done, we are ready for the interview now. In final year, they can focus on the interview because they no need to worry at all. If any company come, we have the complete what is that knowledge, the everything we have, we no need to take tension for okay, I want to. Some students are telling while coming to the final year, they say like, sir, what we have to prepare for placement, and whether to prepare like whether to like prepare in the Java is good or C program is good, which language you have to prepare. Now these are all the question when they ask in the final year, we feel like okay, till now what they done, we don't have any answer, because suddenly we can't prepare just for placement, we can't prepare any language. We should have knowledge on the programs. How we get knowledge? By practicing. From the first year itself we have to start practicing, we'll get a knowledge. And in final year they have to focus more on mock interviews, because even in our college also we do mock interviews. Every year we do the mock interviews, but for final year we do more, like more and more. When we do the mock interviews, we will get experience at how to face the interviews. Okay, we call some expertise from the companies and some training centers, and we give our student like some top students, and for they will do some separate different type of the mock interviews. Some average level student, they do some different type of the mock interviews. Like we'll be conducting every year, we'll be conducting this one mock interviews, but it is better to focus more on the final year student. At least you can, if if student want to do any online mock interview, there are also some platforms are there, to focus on mock interviews and aptitude and reasoning. Nowadays, some of the companies are not asking this first round itself a technical round, but some companies are asking the aptitude. Okay, that's the reason better to focus. First year also, it is better to focus because first year they have the mathematics. That's the reason they will get good experience there, and they can apply that mathematics in the final year also, learning the aptitude and some reasonings. Better to have such a skills, aptitude and reasoning skills. And next one is very important. Suppose one company come to college, they blindly attend the interviews without having any knowledge of the companies. That is actually wrong. Okay, whenever if you are attending any company interview, maybe startup company or maybe the top core company or dream companies, people have to know about the companies. The students, first and most important one is whenever placement department give these companies are coming to the college, and these are all the interviews and they're focusing on this and all. Not only focusing on the codings, they student have to go to the website of the company. They have to understand what product they done, what are the service they are giving, on which language they are working on. Better to know everything, and who is the CEO, the owner, all these things, and how many employees are there. If everything they know, then definitely in HR round they can crack the all the, like they ask the questions from there only. Like, do you know about companies? Why you are coming to our company? And there are many questions are there. And better to focus more before preparing the before going to the not preparing before going to the interviews. My sincere request to student, like, please understand about the companies. Okay, company, what is the requirements? What is the what product they done? And if they know something in company, definitely they can see about, okay, this is company for me, and this company working on this, and they can tell to the interviewer, I am interested on this. If they don't know also, they can learn on that. I don't know Java, but one company working on C. But if I don't know C program, from there onwards I can learn a C program because they need C people. Okay, that is one best suggestion I am giving to the student. Please know about the company before going for the interviews. And uh, as I told, in the first year only, we must have the communication skill. And even in the final year also, we have to build the communication skill because communication is very, very, very important. Okay, student must know this one. If you know programming language, you have the all the knowledge on the technologies, everything you have. You done so many projects, but you don't know to express it. You don't know to present it. When we don't know to present our work, then it's a waste of our whatever we done is complete waste there. That's the reason you must have the very good communications, and you must have the HR in HR interview na, you must that's what mock interviews. If you try mock interviews, then you will get some experience like how to crack the HR interviews, because in HR interview completely on these communications. Okay, and
Yes.
now that is very important. You have the very good experience in technical, but you don't have the experience in the like HR interviews. Now many people say, "Sir, I'm going till the fifth, third round, fifth round, and all." But HR round, I fail, sir. Everything is happening good in HR round. When I see the result, I'm not there in the list. Now that is the one bad news because of they no one may be told, or we are telling continuously, we are telling, but they are not focusing on that. That may be the one reason why they are failing in the HR interviews. They have to focus more on the communications. What the student can do in the final year, they'll be they in the first year, second year, third year, they done the codings, but whatever then they done in the last 3 years, they can go back and again see that whatever they already done, and they can do again and again the same concept, and they can practice more codings, like, because when they go for interviews, better to try more and more codings, because they already done 500 700 codings, but still more, because it's a continuous process. We should not stop. We can't say like completed 700 plus coding. It's done. My work is done. Not like that. We have to continuously practice.
There are many people or students, they say like I have done nothing till third year or second year. So what they can do, or at least from third year, if they have done nothing till third year or second year, what they can do to manage.
Yeah, they can see what they can do is they can still try. Like hacker rank is open to everyone. They can still try. 2 month of time they have like before entry. Like once they complete the fifth or sixth semester, like they feel like yes, I do not done anything. Something I have to do it. And even such people also come to us and ask, sir, till now I don't know. I want to start. Even one of student last week, they have they approached me and they're telling like, sir, I don't know any coding, how to start coding. I just told you start from the hello world. That's it. Because if you don't know anything, you have to start from always hello world. You should know what is actually programming language. Okay, and there are platforms like a Hacker Rank, Hacker Earth, and Lead Code. Still, they have the time before going to interview. They can complete their, some coding. They can practice some coding there. At least they can do from there because suddenly it is not possible. At least in 2 months they can practice. Uh, at least for some startup company and all they can try from Lead Code. I can suggest that because suddenly we can't do it. There are some students are there, they say like we don't want programs, we don't want to learn any program language. For such a student better to try for testing type of job, and there are very less programming, and they can try for coding like cloud computings, and they can try for something DevOps type of job. The student can try nowadays data analytics jobs and power BIs, and these are all the different jobs we have nowadays, and student can try. There are so many jobs are there for cloud, so many jobs are there for power BIs, so many jobs are there on data analytics, big data analytics. Definitely student can try on this, those who don't have experience in codings.
Yeah, now what is a trending area where the people get hired, or there is more opportunities but less people?
Yeah,
What is
there
the
are.
area? Like cloud computing or anything else where there are many positions but less students or less applications.
Yes, the students, you see, when a student is focusing on some example, like there are so many openings are there in cloud computings. There are so many openings in network related jobs. Now, what student can do is they can focus on certifications. The student can do the certifications on a particular course, and once they do the course or certifications, and definitely such a student will get a first preference, because every company is now what I can say like every company needs certification. Once you join the company also, if you do some work in there, now companies will ask you to prepare for certification, get the one certification for performance analysis or for what is that to get the promotions in the company, and for that and all you have to get one certifications, and that is what my suggestions. Student, my request is student, please complete one course, at least a network course or cloud course or some system design type course or coding Java or C course or Python course, and get certification from there. Definitely people will or company will hire you. That is 100%, and that has more value than the our university marks card, because university marks card is like we conduct exam and we give the marks, but the certification is not like that. We must have the knowledge, experience, then only we can clear that certifications. Okay, that is what my suggestions.
Suppose a student is in final year but not placed. What next? What he can do, or what he or she can do?
Yeah, if students are, students are very good. They have very good mark, very good CGPA, 9.4, 9.8 CGPA. Some people don't have the CGPA like a 6.5, CGPs are there. Such a student, you no need to worry about any campus. If not coming, if campus is not coming, like placement is not coming, or if placement is coming, but you are not getting the job, there is no tension. Okay, you can definitely apply in the LinkedIn. There are so many companies are there in the LinkedIn. You can apply for any number of companies. At least some company will approach you with your skill. And my one more request is, some company need cloud means you have the knowledge on the cloud, then please change your resume to cloud because you have the knowledge on that. You put your skill on the cloud and you prepare for the cloud because you apply for a job on the cloud, and definitely next day they will not conduct interview. They will take some days or some month they will take to conduct interview. In that days you can prepare for that interviews. Okay, that is the best suggestion what I can say is. And there are so many like that LinkedIn. We have the Indeed, we have the Naukris, and there also we can try the job. And again, repetitions. If students are not getting the job in college, you please apply for off campus. And off campus means there is a LinkedIn, Naukri, Indeed. This platform you can try to get a off campus jobs. And some companies are giving the internship. So I this from last year we are seeing many of the company not giving the job nowadays. What they are doing is they are asking for internship. Like they do the entry for internship. Once you done the good performance, if you are giving the good performance in the company, they will hire you. Because nowadays, even company also want to know that how you people are. They are not worried about your mark or your whether you are 6.5 or 9.5. They see just a knowledge, how well you are working in the company, how fast you are learning in the companies. Now, based on that, they will hire you. Now, better those who are not placed, better please try for internship type of what is that intensive type of jobs, and they will definitely convert into the full-time jobs if you do better in the companies. And some people are telling like, sir, whatever I'm trying I'm not getting, sir. What to do I'm not understanding. Our parents are continuously asking, you're not getting it, then what I have to do it. My sincere request is please try to get exam. Those who are not at all getting the job and if still struggling because you may not be having good experience in coding or some technologies, please try for gate exam and please try for M.Tech or MS. You can go to abroad and you can do the MS, and you can please those who want to do the higher studies, please go for M.Tech by writing the gate exam. Go to higher studies like MS by writing the GRE exam. And definitely, after completing that M.Tech, you'll be having the more knowledge on the technologies, and definitely you will get to the job in a very good company. Do the M.Tech in IIT level or NIT levels, and or in the foreign countries, and do MS in the foreign countries with the good technologies. 100% you will get a job in the very top technologies. Like that's happened. I'm seeing in many like from past 18 year, I'm seeing so many students got job after M.Tech and MS. That was a top job in top companies, and that is what my request to those who are not getting job. And some students are actually not getting job because of they don't know to crack the interview. That's maybe the one problem is communications. They have experience, but they don't know to crack the interview. Such a student, those who have very good experience in coding, such a student can try for freelancing. That is the one best suggestions I'm giving. Such a student, they can go for freelancing because freelance there is no like a boss there. You only the boss for everything. You only developing everything. You only deploying it. You only contacting the client, and everything's with you. Now you don't need to bend in front of anyone's. Okay, you are just contacting the client, and whatever amount is given by the client or customer, that you only getting it. It is not coming through some broker or middlemans like a company people. Like freelancing is the so many, like I can say like 10% of my students first they done freelancing only. They are getting project from their neighbor neighbor college or neighbor's school. For some school are asking like we need a one website. The students start from there. The final year student can start developing the project for school or colleges, and they'll get some experience in that. By seeing that, you can again come back to the same explanation like whatever project you done, please upload into the repository. That indicate that okay, you done something new and you done something for society. When you do something for society, people definitely like you, because so, that is what very important, how you help to the societies. Now freelancing is the one best idea, those who are not getting job, those who have the very good experience in the codings. And there are some of the platform for freelancing, like as I know, there is one platform called Upwork. One platform is there, that is Upwork, and Fiverr is the one more platform for freelancing. Student can try for freelancing. And some students, they are starting startup, they only, because they come with the one basic project product and all, they start the startup. Because so, as I know, last year one of the student done project on yoga. And he what he is telling, like, hey, we have done the project on yoga, but now I want to improve that, I want to do something better in that, which can go live to the those who want to learn yoga. Now he was telling, like, hey, I want to update my project, or I want to upgrade my project to the next level. And once I complete their project, I can start my company, own company, because that is my product. Because that application is not there, yoga application, live application not there. We have so many applications, but not that much good. Now if, because that is one idea, he got idea, now he is trying to implement that ideas into a product. Now once he launch that, he'll get something like a experience, like, okay, I can also start new companies, I can also learn something, like I can also give something to society. Now that is one good idea for those who have the good programming skills, building a products, and work with some professors on the research projects. There are so many research projects are there, student can work on that. Okay, that is the idea, or that is the what motivation what I can do for those who are not placed for any of the companies in the college. And those who are good in the not, I'm not telling those who are not good in the mark, and they are not also good in the knowledge. They will be good in the knowledge, some are good in the mark, they may not be high in the knowledge. But I'm focusing on only coding people, those who have the coding knowledge. Please try for freelancing, or try for startup, or try for LinkedIn and Indeed, there and all. Please apply and get a job, definitely you will get a job. And some people, or some of the students, they don't want to start any startup, they don't want, because they don't have the knowledge to start a freelancing. Such a people can try for training, you can go for training. There are some training centers are there in different cities, and Bangalore cities, and Bombay city. There are many, like Pune city, there are some training centers are there. And you please go there and take some training for 3 month or 6 month of training, and get certification. Definitely you will get a job in good technologies. That is what my uh, experience I'm sharing to you, what the student can do. If they get a job in company, well and good. If they're not getting job in companies, you can try like this. Yeah.
If they want to do MS or higher studies, which line would be better? Which is the trending area now?
For MS,
Uh,
MS areas, like many areas are the, like cloud computing is the one area the student can focus on cloud computing. Nowadays, you know that top areas is artificial intelligence and machine learning. AI and ML is the top trending technology nowadays, And in MS, if they do it, they will get high package in future. Data science is the next one we have. That is the top technologies. Data science technologies. They can focus on cyber securities, because if students are doing the if they're working in the cyber securities, if they do the MS in cyber securities, there is no recession, because everyone needs securities. Even my home also we have the camera, because we need security. Now security is must for everyone, even for software also, hardware also. Everywhere we need security. Better to focus on cyber securities. There are so many jobs are there. As I told, cloud computing is the one of the best technologies. The student can focus on cloud computing. That also it won't come down, because cloud is a very much, that's very important for all the companies. We have to store the data in the cloud only. Now that is one of the top technology. The student can focus on that. And IoT is the latest one. You know that also one of the technologies. Student can focus on that. All the smart sensing, all these things. These are the top technology what student can focus on to do MS.
Any
Yeah.
additional tip for engineering students? Like this is the end of the podcast. Based on your experience, any tip for
Yeah.
the students?
Yeah. Tips for the student is again experience. If I share the experience after seeing, I attended so many workshop. I given many workshop to the students. When I given the workshop to the final year student. Basically, like when I was discussing with the students, maximum students are telling like, sir, we started learning coding from the third year. My sincere request to all the student, like not starting the coding practice from the third year, please start from the first year itself and have the good knowledge on the one programming language. Don't focus on the multiple language. Have the knowledge on the one language. I suggest that Java language. Suggest because Java is used by the many companies. There are so many openings are there, and try for one language. Work on the programs, and if you are not happy with the program, please work on the technologies like clouds, networks, AIs, and data science. Work on the technologies. There are so many, the companies who need the student from cloud, platforms, student from a data science platform. Please focus on that. Try to get a good job. Don't try at the end. Start from the first year itself. That is what my suggestions I can give to the all engineering students. Definitely, if you start from the beginning, from the first year, you will definitely get a job in the final year.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for sharing this information. Like every engineering student has this doubt, like when to start, where to start, how to start, etc. You gave a clear guidance of all these things. You covered every topic. Grateful for you. Thank you. Thank you so much for coming to my podcast. Like my intention was to share the information or to provide the information to the student. Like I also get many messages like I didn't start anything, I didn't do anything, what to do next, like how to get placed. So like if it is like this, a podcast or video, then they can get a clear guidance where they are and what they can do from now. So that was my intention. So thank you so much, thank you for coming, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Yes. Focus only for the mark, they will lose this skill. And that is the what disadvantage we have.